Welcome to Keep On Casting. We're going on a Offshore Marina for Mangrove Snapper and Cobia. We're on Steve Shaddock's boat, Captain Steve. We've also got Sam Scholl, Nick Trist, and Dominique Petrie. So y'all stay tuned for another episode of Keep On Casting. Keep On Casting is sponsored by the Prop Shop. We're more than just props. Pin, let the battle begin. Spider wire, nothing gets away. Real Outfitters, proud to be the first family-owned tackle store in Thibodaux, Louisiana.
I started fishing offshore in a 19-foot Glastron when I was about 8 years old with my dad. We had some rigs right off of Cameron, and if we went 20 miles, it was a big, big deal. And I've grown up fishing up and down the Gulf Coast since I was really a young fella. You know, I don't have a favorite fish. I like to fish the seasons. We fish snappers when it's there. We fish, we'll do troll fishing, and if there's a rip around. I like fishing fly rods. I like fishing redfish inshore, and I've fished literally all over the world, mostly fly fishing, but I've fished all over the world, mostly saltwater. My parents sold their big boat. My father and I took a week every year for the last 30 years, and we've gone somewhere in the world fishing and spent a lot of wonderful times together.
So for hook size for Mangrove, we actually like to use the littlest hooks possible. We use these little circle hooks. They hide in the shrimp really well. Get a good hook set with that. And mostly when a mangrove grabs it, he's gonna try to get back in the rig. So the main thing to do is turn his head, get him out that rig as quick as possible. We've lost 2 or 3 up there right now. See how this little hook works? Yeah, the shrimp, we want them to sink mostly, but I usually hook them right below the spine, right around that dark spot right there, transversely, not cephalocaudad.
I grew up fishing trout and redfish out of Breton Sound, and then shortly out of college I got into blue water tournament fishing. I was a member of the New Orleans Big Game Fishing Club for a number of years, and we fished a number of tournaments up and down, and then my boys started playing summer baseball, so that kind of ended the fishing circuit for a while, but now we have a camp down in Shell Beach and still do a lot of Gulf fishing. Go chase the tuna sometimes, a lot of trout and redfish, snapper, rigfish, amberjack. Anytime on the water is a great day. Well, Steve and I went to college together. We were Kappa Sig fraternity brothers, and Steve started asking a bunch of the old Kappa Sigs down to his place in Fouchon to fish, and I was a little younger than him, but I finally got on the invitation list, and then when he saw it I could help out on the boat, I started getting invited back on a regular basis. Always a good time to come down to Port Fouchon and fish with Steve and some of the old brothers. Come on, you animal. Get in the boat. Nice Mayo. Is it 11 fish behind him? A little red. A little early. Come back and get him in a couple weeks.
So we came out here targeting mangrove. Hopefully we'd catch a covey or two, and we really got on the mangroves pretty good about mid-morning. There was tons of red snapper out here. I don't know how many red snapper we reeled in. It's bad when your friends are watching, they're like, mangrove, 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 and a red snapper comes out there like, oh, screw that dude. And then they walk off and leave you. Really a great time out here, enjoying friends and good fishing.
There he is. Fish on. Oh, look at that. Covering all the species here.
Yeah, an Amico jack is a little bit shorter than well, a lot shorter than this one, a little one, but they get pretty big. I've seen them like 40 pounds. They're good eating. They got really good white meat. They kind of have that dark mark right there. They look different than an amberjack.
Back, got him back. There he is. Hold on to him. Little baby mangrove.
Only got to be 10 inches. That's right. We're gonna measure him. Oh yeah, he made it. Made the cut.
Look at that.
You know Grafton Dermatology as one of Louisiana's premier skincare and skin cancer treatment centers. Grafton Dermatology will bring your beautiful body to its healthy fullest. Grafton Dermatology provides advanced treatment for all skin conditions, repairing, healing, enhancing. Grafton Dermatology, defining healthier skin and beautiful bodies for over 15 years.
LA Boatworks is your one-stop shop for all your custom boat needs. They have custom camo paint, rigging, gator glide, and can also do complete boat restorations. They also have Shaddock, a non-skid flooring that can be installed in any boat, fiberglass or aluminum. If you're in the market for a new custom-built boat, go check out the guys at Relentless Boats. They can build any boat you can dream up, from surface drives to bay boats. They will help you design your boat from the ground up, and believe me, these things really perform. Keep On Casting is sponsored by the Prop Shop. We are more than just props. Bourgeois Meat Market, miracles in meat since 1891. Bronco Industries, leading the field in industrial construction and fabrication. So Steve's been telling me about a system to release snapper that allows you not to have to vent them, and he's going to show us how to make it. This is easy to make. You can use it offshore, and it gets those snapper down deep.
It's simple, and everybody has it on their own boat. You simply have a hook, a swivel. I've got 3 zip ties and some weights. And all we want to do is we're going to create a way to invert the hook to pull the fish down. So to do that, I want to be able to unhook the fish, so I'm going to clamp the barb down so there's no barb. I'm going to put a swivel on here, and I want to tie it in place so it doesn't travel around the hook. So I'm going to just put a zip tie right here on this side, and a zip tie on this side. So I've got a zip tie on both sides. Trim them off, and that'll hold my swivel in the middle. Then I'm simply going to take and put 1, 2, 3 of these 1 pound weights. Offshore, when you're really in deep water, sometimes you need as much as 4 pounds for big fish. But that's all there is to it. And now we have a release mechanism that will pull the snapper straight down, right through the lip. And then when you get it to the desired depth, which is about 40 feet, 50 feet, and you just pull up and it unhooks them. And off they go. And I've done this for over a decade and I haven't had a fish swim up yet.
So this is a method that allows you to let that fish go without injuring that fish. You're not puncturing their bladder, sending them down safely, and as far as we know, there's not a shark down there waiting to get them as soon as they get off, right?
You can't help much on that, but that's it.
All right.
What we're going to do is we're going to use this device to pull the snapper down so that to release some of the pressure, or actually to increase his pressure and allow his air bladder to shrink, and then that'll allow him to swim freely. And so we're simply going to put it in the bottom lip, and we're going to put our reel, rod and free spool. We're just going to drop it. Down he goes. We're going to let him go down about 30 or 40 feet. And we're just going to engage the reel and give it a pop. And that's it. Fish is down deep. He's released healthily, and there's no puncture on him. And our little gadget's ready to go again. No, he's on there.
I don't think it's a mangrove. Blue runner. There you go. It's a big fish. Mangrove! That's what I'm talking about.
Sorry, I got you. Turn back.
Almost missed him.
Look at there. Yeah. I might have caught one from somebody wouldn't be hooking on me.
Nothing?
No, that shrimp scared for his life. These big giant spadefish are all around it, but no bites.
Hooked up, hooked up.
Got that, Cap.
I don't think it's a snapper. You never know. No, it's a hardtail. Got it. You know, I've grown up fly fishing, and I started doing it when I was a kid, catching tarpon in the Keys, and bonefish and permit and that type of stuff. And when we coming over here, every now and then when you'll see these red snapper come up, they get aggressive and they'll eat a fly, and it's a hoot to catch the reds on that. We also cobia like to eat the fly, and but it's a sight fishing game, and it's kind of opportunistic. As we were talking about earlier, the difference between the fly and the casting rod is the weight of the lure pulls the line when you're casting. On the fly rod, it's the weight of the line that pulls the fly through the air, and they've got different size weights for fly rods, fly lines. This is a 10 weight. You'll use 10 to 12s for the offshore with the big fish, and 6, 7, 8s, 9s inshore for redfish. And then of course your freshwater fishing is much smaller rods than that. This particular fly is called a whistler fly. It's got eyes on it, which are just two little pieces of a bead chain. And this is usually used in muddy water. It's bulky, and so it sends out more waves in the water, and so when it's not as clear, the fish can feel it, and so that's what we have. It has to do with the weight of the line in grams. I can just tell you, the heavier the line, the heavier the rod, the better you can throw in wind. There he is. I don't know what I got, but I got something. Oh, he came off. He came off. No, he's back on there. I got him. I think I got a red snapper. Yeah, I think I got a snapper. All right, I'm gonna see if I can get him on. We'll see if I can get him on a reel, where I can control him better. There we go. Get my finger free. All right.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, look, that's a nice red snapper.
Nice red. All right. Who's got who?
He doesn't want to get caught.
That's a good red.
It is a good red. I think a couple weeks from now he'd be a keeper red.
that rod tip we got. How about that?
It works.
That's a good one.
That's a good one. Want to net it? Oh, best one yet?
Woo! That's a quality mangrove snapper there. Probably 4 pounds, 3 or 4 pounds. It's a nice one. We catch them up to 12 pounds. It'll work. We can put them in the box.
Skin cancer is the most common cancer in the United States. In fact, more skin cancers are diagnosed each year than all other cancers combined. Most skin cancers are caused by too much exposure to the sun. The good news is that you can do a lot to protect yourself. Catch skin cancer early so that it can be treated effectively. Finding it early is the best way to make sure it can be treated with success. Call Grafton Dermatology for a consultation.
Latour Golf Club, the region's leading residential golfing community, is nestled amid beautiful landscaped greens and peaceful lakes. The 18-hole 72-par course was designed by PGA Tour champion David Toms. Golfers can enjoy the fully stocked golf pro shop, driving range, and putting greens. The family can also enjoy Latour Bar and Grill, which offers delicious cuisine. The Bayou region's premier golfing community. Live the life with Latour.
Keep on Casting Cooking is brought to you by Rouse's. Fresh food, fresh daily. So folks, one thing we have in South Louisiana is abundant seafood. We call that sea spiders, and it's a good appetizer for people who are hungry, and believe me, everybody down here right now is hungry. Little Nick ran to the shrimp shed. He got 10 pounds of shrimp for $44. They 15 to 20 count, and we like to utilize everything here. So we're gonna take this shrimp, regular shrimp with the head on it. We're gonna dehead it, and then we take this is the legs. I'm gonna take that out, put that right there on the side, throw the head in the water, and we have garbage disposals here, right there. It's called catfish. Head off, you're gonna take the legs out. It comes out in a little unit right there. So we're gonna start off doing those. Almost ready, one more. Looks like the grease is about ready to go. Gotta make sure I throw the right piece in the water. So, ready to go. I have some shrimp that I've already actually peeled these, some of them. I'm gonna do the rest as we go. And I like to butterfly them. It just gets more cornmeal on there. And we do a little mix of cornmeal and flour. So butterflied, all ready to go. And my wife likes to use eggs and mustard. We don't have any eggs, so we're gonna put a little mustard on them. Mix them up a little bit. And the mustard just helps it hold the cornmeal on there. So those are ready. Looks like the grease is about ready to go. So we're gonna start out with these. Once again, that's the insides of the shrimp. Call those sea spiders. Batter those up real good. Y'all ready, kids? Ready to eat? All right. You know what sea spiders are?
No.
You're gonna find out. All right. So we got the shrimp ready to go, or the grease ready to go, just about hot enough. I'm gonna make sure, might have an occasional shrimp in there. That's all right. Mix them up a little bit. Keep them honest. Couple more. And while these cook, which doesn't take too long, I'm gonna start preparing the other shrimp. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
All right. Oh, it don't take long. So these things don't take too long to cook. I'm gonna brown them up real good, crisp them up, let those hang there for a minute, get a little grease off of them. That, my friends, sea spiders. Y'all ready to try them?
Yeah.
Y'all know what it is?
No.
All right, you gotta try them.
Hot?
Yeah, it's hot. Let them cool off a little bit.
Looks good. Can you eat the legs?
Yeah, the whole thing. How are they?
I didn't try it.
Okay.
They're hot.
Good? All right.
Awesome. That is amazing. It's
Good?
good.
So, I got the approval of my 2 best, worst critics, whatever. You can find this recipe and more at keeponcastingtv.com.
Skin cancer is the most common cancer in the United States. In fact, more skin cancers are diagnosed each year than all other cancers combined. Most skin cancers are caused by too much exposure to the sun. The good news is that you can do a lot to protect yourself. Catch skin cancer early so that it can be treated effectively. Finding it early is the best way to make sure it can be treated with success. Call Grafton Dermatology for a consultation.
My neighbor Tony, he looked at me and said, "Man, you're crazy. You're about to leave out in this weather." And I said, "Sir, I have a tag fish to go catch."
I won this beautiful boat catching a tag redfish in Venice, Louisiana.
There's 100 redfish waiting. It all starts Memorial Day weekend. Sign up today.
Closed captioning provided by Humdinger Lures, the bass catchingest lures on the planet. One thing we have in South Louisiana is what we call rodeos, and it's not what you'd think like a bull riding rodeo. These are fishing rodeos. We have great rodeos in Fouchon, also Grand Isle. We got the Golden Meadow Fouchon Tarpon Rodeo coming up July 4th, 5th, and 6th. Also, we got the Grand Isle Rodeo, Grand Isle Tarpon Rodeo, which is the end of July. Those are 2 great rodeos, and that's not counting all the rest in between. We got the Creole Classic that comes up the weekend after Father's Day. So y'all come see us and have some great fishing.
Uh-oh. Doc's on. Here, hand me that. You swing him in?
Another red snapper.
That's a big red. You're free.
Perfect.
We'll see you in 3 weeks.
I got a snapper.
Mangrove!
Hook up. Watch those teeth right there, bro. That's some teeth.
Good on the power.
Oh! That's a good one. Red snapper. Oh!
Is it?
Son of a gun. Look at them on top. Hey, they on top, Steve.
Are they?
Yeah.
The reds
Sit
are?
here for a sec.
Ready fish next weekend.
Kobe? Kobe.
Baby Kobe. Get him with the net. Get him? Watch him. It's on their back that people don't see. He tucks in, but you can see him coming up. A lot of people go grab that fish and they put a spike right through the hand. You have to be real careful. That's a good eating fish right there. Too bad he's a little young. Let him go back and grow up.
Tighten the drag up on that thing. You got
I don't
braid.
want to break his rod. No! Bait fish. Angola snapper.
Sardine, bro.
That's pretty optimistic. Back here, yeah.
Broke me off.
Oh, good mangrove! Big mangrove!
Whoa! Woo! Let's see. Yes, sir!
He's talking now, huh? He's talking.
All right,
Hammer,
Sam.
hammer. Yeah.
It's called redemption.
So Sam, we've been picking on you all day long. Nothing but bluefish and hardtails.
That's
and
right. I
What?
don't know about
You got
that.
a redemption right there, partner.
That's right.
That's a hammer. Good job, dude. That's a pretty one, dude. Pretty fish. Oh yeah, they love that. So guys, we had a great time fishing out here today. We caught some awesome fish. I want to thank these guys for coming out here, fishing with me. Had a great time, man. Appreciate it. Yep. As always, we want to thank our veterans. Without y'all, we couldn't do what we're doing out here today. And until next time, keep on casting.
So Bujo and Clotilde, they just got married. So they sitting around one night, and Bujo says, Clotilde, are you sure we're going to be able to make it on my low income? Clotilde says, of course, I'll make it, but I don't know what you're going to live on.
Avec les filles, oui c'est juste pour m'amuser. Je bois le bon Red Stripe pour me rafraîchir. Moi l'aime les fées dodo, puis moi l'aime les haricots. C'est ça qu'on appelle la joie de vivre. Et quand je me sens paré, je connais à you mange.